are looking live at a cold, windy, and rainy Stewart Field on the campus of Solon High School for this Division II district semifinal match between the 8th-seeded Solon Comets and the number 25 seed Eastlake North Rangers. Joel Hammond joined alongside former Lake Erie College standout Matthew Embacher. And Matthew, we are really looking forward to this matchup. It's really a matchup of teams that are hoping to get some momentum back. You know, we've got a team in the Comets who closed the season due to injuries, due to a tough schedule on a bit of a down note. And we've got the Rangers who went through a stretch late in the year where they were winless over a seven match stretch. So, what are you expecting here tonight as we get ready for kickoff?
Yeah, look, the first 5 minutes of any playoff session, you're going to see a little bit of timidity as everybody tries to feel themselves out. So coming off of particularly that stretch, everyone's going to want to test, where am I, how do I feel? So, you know, whoever takes the first initiative to decide we're going to control the battle tonight, I think we'll have strong momentum going through the first half and really have an edge.
Yeah, absolutely. The winner of this game moves on to play the winner of number 5 Twinsburg and number 15 Mayfield. That game is going on just down the road in Twinsburg tonight. The winner of that game will play the winner of this game Saturday at Kenston High School for the right to move on to the regional. The Comets are winners of 4 straight meetings between these two schools. They beat North last year 2-0 in this regular season finale, beat North 5-0 in 2023, 1-0 in 2022, and 5-2 in 2021. We mentioned the injuries. So the Comets went through a stretch, an 0-4-1 stretch to end the season, 0-4, and then closed the season last week with a season-ending tie against Wadsworth. They were missing key components throughout that stretch, Matthew, including Trevor Malik Girari, Jake Ingerman, and of course Jimmer McMeechan, their standout sophomore keeper. Jimmer is back in net for the first time in 7 games tonight. Walk us through, you know, keeper is a difficult position to play. Is it difficult to simulate game conditions, when you're off for that long?
No question about it. There's nothing that prepares you for getting back into the game, particularly playoff soccer. I noticed Jimmer will be playing into the wind, which adds another element to his role here. So it should be interesting to see how he adapts. He's, for only being a sophomore, has plenty of experience between the posts there, though, and we expect to see great things out of him again tonight. Yeah,
absolutely. The Rangers with the ball in Solon's end early on. Here's Conheim, gets it away to Ingerman. Ingerman, nifty little touch to Hirsch in the middle of the field. A little confusion with Girardi. Hirsch controls, and here comes Conheim with speed. Plenty wide open here in the first minute or so. Here's Schwartz will control. You can tell him, and you know Matthew mentioned it. We're looking at the flags. You know the team going. I guess they're going north. The team that's going north here, right to left on your screen, will have a distinct advantage here, at least in the first half, as the wind is blowing north from the south end of the stadium. So we'll keep an eye on that. That keeper's punts in the south end of the field will have a little extra giddy up on him. Here's Malik to Rinaldi. Just feeling themselves out here. There's sophomore Aiden Blumenthal. We'll play it back to McMeechan.
Yeah, look, keep it safe, keep it simple for the first 5 minutes. Get your touch on the ball, get comfortable, get warm, and then the moment will come. Just be patient.
You know, as we talked to the Solon coaches leading up to this game, we saw Evan Sussman with the ball there on the far sideline. Has not allowed a goal on his side of the field all season long. You know, one of their strengths, of course, is their back line with senior captain Brennan Schwartz and Sussman there on the left, and Blumenthal, who plays a bit of a stopper position there in front of those two. So really strong back line, one of the strengths of the team, and the Rangers will be challenged to break through. The Rangers did score 31 goals this year, 6, 8, and 2 coming into the game. Ball in from Girari looking for Ingerman, but the keeper is out to corral it. That's Cam Zappala in the Rangers net, junior keeper. We're punting away. Yeah, you keep an eye in these conditions. You know, you keep an eye on the wind, how it impacts the ball, and of course you keep an eye on the wet turf. We can see the rain coming down as we look up into the lights there on the east side of the stadium.
Yeah, I think that really plays into Solon's advantage too. You know, they're a very technical team, used to playing the ball on the ground. You know, they will go long from time to time and bang one over the top, but largely much more skilled on the ground. As we watch this one roll out for a throw, probably a little bit aided by the wind.
Yep, absolutely. So these teams had 4 common opponents this year. Cleveland Heights, each team beat the Tigers 2-1. They both played Twinsburg. North lost 3-1 to the Tigers, while Solon, if you remember, a great game, lost 2-1. They each played Riverside, and that was one of Solon's most lopsided victories of the year, an 8-0 win, while North lost to the Beavers 3-2. And Stowe, North with a 4-0 loss to the Bulldogs, while Solon notched a 1-0 win. So on paper, Matthew, this game would seem to, Solon comes in 10-5-1 despite that late season lull a little bit due to the injuries, and North comes in 6-8-2. So on paper, of course, the matchup would seem to favor the Comets. You've been through these types of games, though, and you get into the playoffs, these seniors for the Rangers. We went through this last year when the Comets faced off against Perry in this same round. You get to this stage in the season, and look, the opposition seniors don't want to go home either, right?
That's right. The transitive property does not apply to playoffs. It's one game, you're in or you're out, and on the other side of this game is a game that the Solon players live for versus their rivals. So, we expect to see them. It's impossible not to look at the numbers on paper and sort of see a comparative discussion, but I think ultimately this is one game, and this moment is the moment that matters.
Absolutely. We are we're in the 5th minute here at Stewart Field. Joel Hammond alongside Matthew Embacher will introduce you to the crew throughout the night that's helping us bring you these great pictures from Stewart Field. Talking to the coaches this week, Matthew, really pleased with how the team bounced back in their final regular season game against Wadworth. Some spirit. I think the spirit is a word they use frequently.
Missed throw there just due to the innumerate number of lines on that side here.
Listen, I don't blame these poor kids.
Absolutely
9 lines
not.
Down there. How do you figure out which is which?
Absolutely.
Rinaldi throw to Hirsch. Hirsch corrals it to Jory. Good little deft touch, but can't quite find Hirsch.
But yeah, you're right. A little bit of momentum going into that last game, just proving to the team we are here, we can play. The last 4 games, tough stretch, but irrelevant in a sense. And
Sure.
It does seem from what we're hearing in the locker room, the team's calm, tranquil about it, and feels that they're back to their full strength. They have some really strong leaders from back to front of this team that'll help carry them in this game.
Yeah, we've heard the Solon coaches talk throughout this season about the spirit and the mentality built during their summer camp at Edinburgh, and early in the year when adversity hit, a lot of the conversation was around, okay, how do we bounce back from that? The stretch where they played 2 difficult teams in Brecksville and Howland and lost by a combined 9-0. How do you bounce back from that? We'll see it a little bit tonight. Good ball in for the Hirsches. Let's see. Call it a corner. Looked like the North player down in the corner there thought it was going to go. Oh, no. Head referee overrules his linesman, which is interesting. And we have a goal kick.
So you'll see, similar to what the Comets have done for a couple years here, they play 4 in the back, but they really dropped 1 free. Last year, the senior center back Carter was the free man roaming. This year, they have another gentleman who roams in the central back role, and he will float and pick up the players as they come through.
Here comes Amir Mahrez.
Here he comes now.
Yep, and Schwartz is there to stop the threat. Mahrez comes in with 3 goals and 3 assists on the year. We'll keep our eyes on Braden Bear, number 12 there. You can see him in the middle of the field as we pan out. He's right marked by Aiden Blumenthal right there, and they'll look for him on the throw. He comes into the game with 12 goals and 3 assists. He's their main man there up top for the Rangers. There's Hirsch. Plays it forward to Ingerman with space. Ingerman looks to play through, and it's just intercepted by the Rangers center back. And that's number 25, Jacob Soto. There's Schwartz again. We're going to call his name a lot, Matthew. Love the way he plays as their center back. Really solid back there. And again, a part of that Comets back line that has been so stingy all season. Schwartz gets it away to Hirsch. Here's Girardi. Back to Hirsch. Good 1-2. And he's looking for Girardi in behind the Rangers defense. Cuts back. Still there. And it's played well away there by the Rangers defender there on the right side.
They have a great play out of the middle, great combination. I'd love to see that the two of them link up repeatedly all evening.
Yeah, we're going to call those two names in tandem frequently, right, Hirsch? And there's Girardi from... Oh, there's a good shot and a good save by Zappala. Park back into the 18. Girardi had designs on a bike. There's Ingerman, just wide. So you see Girardi cuts that ball in, and I think tonight you're going to see the Comets take their chances from far away with this wet turf. Zappala makes a nice save to punch it away. Parks there, gets back in there, and Ingerman eventually just wide there in the left corner. First real good chance there for the night for either team. Here's Bayer in the middle. There's their guy. Really strong, powerful player. He's a tall player. Looks out wide, Sussman. There's the ball in, looking to beat Sussman on that side. Schwartz there again to punch it away. So McMeechan back in net after missing 7 games. You know, the coaches were telling us they even had to try a junior, a JV defender, Alex Stevens, after senior keeper Zach Smith also was hurt while McMeechan was out. So McMeechan back, and I believe Smith is back as well. So just in case, here's Bayer at the top of the 18. Oh my. Oh. It falls to the feet of Antonio Urick, and the Rangers have an early lead. McMeechan was a little bit off his line. Urick punches one over, and McMeechan couldn't quite get a hand on it to punch it over, and the Rangers take that early lead here in the 10th minute.
And look, unfortunately, that's something we've seen again and again this year. The ball gets bouncing in the box. A little bit of miscommunication on how it gets cleared out has led to a number of goals. So it's certainly an area of weakness for the Comets. But I don't see anyone too panicked. They're back up front. Their posture's strong, heads high.
Yep.
Let's roll.
Urick's second goal of the year. He also has leading assist man for the Rangers with 6. And that assist was from Bayer, his 4th assist of the year. Ball just sort of fell to Bayer at the top of the 18. A little handoff to Urick, and he beats McMeechan just at the top of the frame.
A fantastic volley. Take nothing from it. It was fantastic.
Absolutely. Let's see how the Comets respond. Goal by Urick in the 10th minute to give the Rangers a lead.
We'll move into his patented long throw here, which has really become on trend from all the way from high school to the Premier League as a more direct route to goal.
Oh, and it's.
And we're even.
Let's see. We're going to confer here with the linesman. It's a goal. It's a goal. Who are they? Are they giving that to Park? Looks like they're celebrating with Nathan Park, who's there to punch it in. A long throw, Matthew. The Rangers looked to head it away. Instead, they headed it backwards off the crossbar. It falls to Park. Park's a foot on the back door, and that's a really, really impressive response.
It's just how we drew it up.
That's right.
They practiced that all week, that exact play. No, but look, that's why you do the long throw. You never know what can happen, and you punch it in there, and those types of happenstances will come about, and we're back square, and we got a game.
Well, the Rangers' lead was short-lived. I've got it at about 40 seconds in total. Malik with the long throw. The Rangers look to head it out. Instead, a mishit off the crossbar, falls to the back post, and Park is there to punch it in.
Especially on a breezy day like this, Why not give it the long throw?
Absolutely.
No one can judge it properly.
Ironically, it looked like Malik's throw slipped a little bit. It wasn't quite as good as some of the ones we've seen from him. All right, new ball game. We are in the 11th minute, and suddenly it's a 1-1 game here at Stewart Field.
Everyone likes a high-scoring soccer game.
As long as it's a lopsided one for the home team, right? Here's Girardi. So dynamic on the ball. Taken away, though, by the Rangers there. Again, that's Jacob Soto, their center back, number 25. Here's Mahrez. Mahrez to Bayer. Bayer will track it down here in the corner. He's their go-to guy. Marked by Blumenthal. Looks to get a cross in. It's deflected by Blumenthal. And Schwartz punches it away. Girardi with a touch. Punched away by Dupnock, number 6 for the Rangers. Gallic to Mahrez. and that's over the sideline, and a Comet throw. Rinaldi will take it. Ingerman, nice little touch. Can't quite corral it. There's Urick, the goal scorer. It's a Ranger throw. Dupnock will take it. Oh, boy.
The immediate VAR from the fans
Yes.
and some disagreement.
12th minute, and the natives are restless already. Great step by Malik. Just a little too much on that first touch, but a great step. Dupnock. Oh, and another good step. Here's Conheim. Out wide. Can't quite find Girari out there on the left wing. Watch this ball bounce on this turf tonight. Here's Bear.
Big boy.
Yep. Really good matchup. Tough job tonight for Blumenthal, the sophomore. Nice little touch in. Here comes McMeechan to come get it, and he does well to come off his line to come grab it.
Looks clean and sharp.
Yep. Yeah, so we talked about McMeechan missing some time, and of course, you know, a strong volley on the Ranger goal, but a little unfortunate for McMeechan. You know, I think he probably maybe a step too far off his line, but just a quality finish. And so, as a keeper, you're trying to just forget that one, right?
Absolutely. I think he can just take that as an unlucky,
Sure.
the fabled soccer
Yes.
solution.
Nice hit by Ingerman. Dupnock gets off Ingerman for a Ranger throw. It's a lonely feeling for a keeper when you feel, maybe you don't know, but you feel maybe you could have done a little bit more. You know, maybe just slightly out of position. You could do just a touch more, and he does well on that first chance after that conceded goal to come out and grab that one. Oh, good step by Rinaldi. Oh, they're going to call it. All right. Ranger free kick. We are in the 13th minute. Joel Hammond alongside former Lake Erie College standout Matthew Embacher. Thanks to the crew tonight, bringing you these pictures that you're watching. Eddie Hudson, Tyler Miller, and Jason Jogan down in the truck. Thanks, guys.
Notre Dame College.
Notre Dame College. Why do I keep saying Lake Erie College? That was your rival.
Well, sure.
The Notre Dame Falcons, right, Matthew?
That's right. The
Now I've got it.
now defunct Notre Dame College
Now defunct.
Falcons.
Despite your offer to donate several $1 million, right, Matthew?
Yes, they even offered to retire my jersey.
Oh, man.
They did retire my jersey. No future Falcon. Oh, another volley.
Yep. There's Urick. Boy, we've got to watch him on those volleys, right?
Yeah.
McMeechan comfortably takes it away. I'm glad you corrected me after the second time, Matthew, not the 9th time.
You know,
I knew that.
I'll give you a few more.
Well, how about last year? This same game, I'm calling the Comets' opponent, Perry. I believe they were the Panthers. I'm calling them the Pirates for the whole first half. So, listen, we are volunteers. We're doing our best, and I think we're doing a pretty good job now. But I'm glad you corrected me on the alma mater.
The viewers were, we were getting a lot of tweets on that.
No doubt about it. All right. There's Bear. Marked by Malik and Conheim. Back to Soto. Good job by Hirsch to take it away from Urick. Oh, and a good ball in, too. Can Girardi beat him? That ball deflected away. Rangers right back is Marcelo Jimpleku. Easy for me to say. Sussman into Girardi. Good touch to Hirsch. Oh, back to
Go on.
Ingerman, and a good save. Comfortable save, but a good save by Zappola, the junior keeper for the Rangers. Well, we've seen, Matthew, and I'd love to get your viewpoint on this. We've seen when the Comets, and there's going to be a whistle on Blumenthal there at midfield. When you see the power of Hirsch and the connection between Girardi, Hirsch, Ingerman. When those three, when they're able to get it kind of going, 1, 2, 3, they are a powerful tandem, aren't they?
Absolutely. There's your formation on defensive side goes out the window, because if you're playing those 1-2 touches, you don't see a ton of players that can really pull it off with precision, and you have uniquely 3 players that can. Malik in particular, very quick, that can throw you off, and Jake and Rowan's touch is very strong to be able to put them through.
There's a ball in from Noah Malik, headed away by Trevor Malik to Park, and it's out of bounds. Interesting here, Matthew. I'm noticing Malik Girardi, the Comet captain, number 10 here, started out there on the far sideline and now has been shifted over here to the near sideline. So keep your eyes on that and maybe why tactically that might have been the shift. Nice touch to Conheim. Here's Mares, played by Rinaldi. Tries to get away. Great job by Rinaldi. Blumenthal really battling Bear. I like it.
Yeah, physical tonight.
Yep,
Good.
the sophomore against the senior. Some objections to some of these boundary whistles here by the referees early. Mares with it at his feet. He is really skilled here on this sideline and quick too. He'll look to beat Conheim down this sideline. And Conheim stays with him. And it's out of bounds for a Ranger throw. Here's Bear. Lefty throw. Settled. And another volley, but it's well over the bar by number 13, Robbie Anthony, the junior defender. Rangers pushing some guys forward here, looking for another chance here.
Yeah, and they should. Look, they've only got 3 in the back, so they're trying to play a 3-4-3, it looks like, which has not worked great for my favorite team, Manchester United, but hopefully it has worked out so well for them so far. But as we play a withdrawal center back, they should push another guy forward. There's a free defender not doing anything, which means they've got a guy free that they should chance forward.
Conheim knifes ball into Jari. Looked to beat Soto, but Soto is up to the task and punches out of bounds. Not a lot has gone right for Manchester United lately, has it, Matthew?
They beat Liverpool over the weekend.
Oh, well,
so,
all right.
You know,
before Saturday.
we can only take one game at a time.
That's right. Impressive win. And I believe, Maguire had the winner, did you know?
No doubt about it. Everyone's pick on dual bets that day.
Trevor Malick's ball for Ingerman is headed away. Oh my! Oh boy! So we're gonna watch Blumenthal and Bear battle all day long.
And look, he's happy to take that foul at
Sure.
midfield, right? If where do you want to foul the best guy on their team? And your own 30 or at the 50? I'll
Sure.
take that at the 50 all day.
Sure. I think the referee's gonna have to give them a little leeway, though. I mean, it looked like Bear
Yeah,
just
that
sort
looked
of
a little.
Yeah, looked like he sort of just fell down there. So I think as the night goes on, if that call continues to be made, there may be some more objection from the Comet sideline. Here's Uric, the goal scorer, against Nathan Park, the Comets goal scorer. Out on Park. And it's a Ranger throw. We see our Solon United ball boys here on both sidelines. Thanks to those boys for being out here on a cold, rainy night.
Yeah, beautiful tradition in the community. These players come out and support as ball boys and then graduate to one day be on this team. And there are many who went through that very program.
Yep, absolutely. Going to be a corner here for the Rangers.
Well, let's look to this particularly for them to clear it out decisively, quickly, and cleanly.
Yep.
I've seen Rowan in particular this year, his heading capabilities have really improved. He's really been a much greater aerial presence, really needed. So we'll see. They go
The
low.
corner from Rangel, a little short. Bear slips and can't quite get it back in, but Rangel saves it. And Park clears it away. Here's Dupnock. Plenty of space. That's Mares. Look for a long ball. Malick away, and here's Schwartz. Punch it. Look at the wind knock that down, Matthew. Here's Mares. And Conheim punches it away again. That ball might stay in. Comet's a little slow to the ball, looks like here. Out on Conheim. Dupnock will throw it in for the Rangers.
Yeah, a tentative first step each time. Love to see them get on their front foot. Someone take leadership. One of the seniors really set the tone of how this next 20 minutes is going to go.
Yep. Sophomore Evan Solomonic on for the Rangers in place of Yahir Rangel. And Dupnock will throw it here along the near sideline. Here's Bear against Blumenthal again. Rinaldi doubles. Here's Mares against Rinaldi. Now against two. Oh. Yep. And that will be whistled against Rinaldi, setting up a free kick in the danger zone for the Rangers. Looks like Bayer will take it. Comets will bring Girari back as well and leave Ingerman and Park out against the Rangers back four.
From the offset, it really doesn't look as though there's a big difference in technical skill between the two teams on an individual basis. Mm-hmm. What will become critical is how those players play together and ensure that they use each other. And that includes our guys, right? And not getting too inside themselves, trying to do too much, trust your teammates, and really come together for this win.
Yeah, it's a great point. We've seen some really strong individual skill from the Rangers, but we have not seen those connections. That ball is well over McMeechan's head. We've not seen those same connections from the Rangers that we've seen from the Comets, and that may be the key to generating some more chances for Solon. Yeah, that ball well over the net. McMeechan will take it short to Schwartz. Schwartz plays it long. Sussman to Girari, pressured by Uric and taken away.
Yeah, Malik doing, in my opinion, a little too much here. He's dropped in a bit. He's playing the left side. He's playing the right side. He needs to trust his teammates, get forward, and let his midfield get him the ball up there. Otherwise, they've got 6 guys behind the ball and not a lot of our guys up there yet.
Yep. Whistle against the Rangers with a little push in Girari's back. They'll play it short. Schwartz to Girari. He's got space. Cuts it in to Park.
Nice
Park
turn
against Mares.
Immediate response from the automated review.
They're counting now what they feel are bad calls on those boundary calls.
Excellent.
Bayer with a little flick. Yep, that'll be another whistle against Solomonic for the Rangers and a free kick for the Comets. Schwartz will take it. I'm assuming he's going to look to switch to Sussman or play it deep. A lot of space over there with
I
Sussman.
would love to see him, just switch left and go up that line.
He'll play it in deep. Hirsch, Girari from Malik, and it's cleared away by Soto. And out of the ballpark, so to speak, and it'll be a Comet throw. Here comes another long one, Matthew, and this is Malik again.
What do we got? Into the wind here a little bit?
Yeah, a little. It's going to go left to right here, south to north. Girari gets a little flick, and it's over the end line for a Comet corner. Ingerman will take it. Park will get a break, and on comes Yaya Omer. Comets. Junior midfielder. Park, the goal scorer, gets a break for the Comets. They have, their rotation, as you might expect this time of year, shrinks a little bit, right, Matthew? You're going to play, you're going to ride your horses, right?
Absolutely. You do have the good fortune of some players that got some quality playing time at the end of the. They go off the post.
Ball cleared away. Really good corner by Ingerman. Cleared away by a Ranger. And a Comet throw.
But as I was saying, the last 5 games you had the injuries, which gave some alternative players some quality playing time. That they'll be there, they'll be ready. But sure, you will try to stick with your plan A, so to speak.
Girari to Malik. Malik's ball in, headed away. Right to Girari's feet. And taken away well by Bayer. Here's Girari.
He's also far deeper than one would suspect.
Ingerman to Sussman. To Malik. Oh, nice nifty move. Looks to get his left foot down there in the corner. Oh! Ooh.
Well dealt with.
Yep. They don't all have to look pretty, Matthew, right?
No.
That was number 8, Noah Malik, for the Rangers, who just got a leg to that and knocked it over the end line before a Comet could get to it inside the Ranger 18. Here's Ingerman with another corner. Anybody there on the back? No, it's headed away by the Rangers, and Mares punches it away for a Comet throw. Most sustained here stretch of play down in the Rangers' end so far, feels like, Matthew, yeah?
For sure. A lot of dead balls, but yes.
Girari.
Crafty.
We know he missed some time as well. There's Girari again. Off his feet. and it's out of bounds off the Comets. You know, we know these key players for the Comets, including Malik Girardi, Trevor Malik, Jake Ingerman. They've all missed some time of late with some injuries. I'm sure they're still, you know, working their way back, so it'll be interesting to see. You know, I think Girardi would probably admit, you know, not quite as sharp as he was maybe at one time. Here's Hirsch with space from Conheim. Good ball in Ingerman. Can he beat the keeper? He cannot. Good play by Zappala to come off his line and punch it away. Really nifty ball in from Hirsch behind the line.
Look, he does this better than anyone on the team. The killer ball is his go-to. If he can match that finesse with that ferocity in this game, it will really be the difference for the Comets.
Yeah. Sussman with the throw on the far sideline for Solon. Settled by Hirsch. Taken away well over there by the Rangers. And out of bounds.
All right. Looks like the Rangers will give a shot here to try their strategy against us.
We mentioned the ball boys earlier. The ball boy on that far sideline in the south end of the stadium. The ball went out of the stadium, so he does not have another ball, and so he's sprinting after the ball when it goes out of bounds. He's working hard over there.
If anyone sees him on Psalm Center Road,
That's right.
Please do pick him up.
Yes. All the way back to McMeechin as the Comets reset. We are in the 28th minute of this Division II district semifinal at Stewart Field. It's 1-1. Let's reset the scene for you. The Rangers got a goal on a really strong volley from Antonio Uric in the 10th minute, and about 40 seconds later, off a long throw from Trevor Malik, the ball bounced off the Ranger crossbar, landed at Nathan Park's feet, and he punched it in for a very quick equalizer. And that's where we stand in the 28th minute of tonight's matchup. Rangers came in 6-8-2. Comets 10-5-1. Comets were 10-1 at one point before injuries and a really difficult season-ending schedule caught up to him. Here's Conheim. Can he catch up to him? He cannot on the ball from Girardi.
That's unlucky, but good to see. Look, Jimmer got the ball in the back. He told everyone, calm down, let's put our foot on the ball. The last 5-10 minutes has been frantic, dead balls, penalties, fouls, and there was probably a string of 10, 11, 12 passes before that final ball there that didn't quite come off, and we'd like to see a little more of that possession take control of this game.
Sure. Talk a little bit there. Schwartz punches in. Soto, nifty little ball. Here's Blumenthal. Let's see if he can settle it down a little bit. Here is Rinaldi. There's Mares, and Rinaldi as well to recover. Here's Blumenthal. So broke. Oh, he might. He's calling a free kick here, I think. Foul on Mares here on the near sideline.
Ref calling it very tight tonight on fouls for a playoff game.
Absolutely.
Maybe concerned about the wet surface and everybody's safety.
So, Matthew, talk us through, okay, so you feel out the officiating, you feel out the temperature of the game early on. And so, as a player, you know, we've seen games where referees are, you know, let them play. And now you're in a game, Conheim's ball is deflected. You're in a game where maybe they're calling a little more tightly. How do you adjust that? Is it do you adjust the way you play? Do you pull? It's got to be a little bit disarming to have to adjust midstream.
I think as long as you're sitting clean from a card perspective, you play the way you're playing.
Okay.
Yes, you know the ref's calling it tight. He's calling it both ways. Not a team particularly known for throwing dirty tackles. There's nothing dirty happening on the field. So look, are fouls going to happen? Sure. If you get on a card, you need to be a bit more cautious. Sure. But I think in the meantime, you play. Look, this is playoffs. You play and you play hard, and come what may.
Yep, good point. Uric had space there. Looked for Mares here on the near side, but Rinaldi handled it well. Back to McMeechin, and the Comets will reset. Hirsch, played by Gallick for the Rangers. Here's Rinaldi on the near sideline.
He's seen a lot of the ball today, Rinaldi. He's really been involved.
Hirsch with space. Looks for Girardi. Can he get a touch? Oh, misread it just a little bit. Good ball from Hirsch. It looked like he just misread that ball a little bit.
He skipped a bit. Yep. Give him the benefit of the doubt.
Sure. There you see, though, the danger of that 1-2 combination. They know what each other are doing. Hirsch knows where Girardi's going to be, and you know more often than not, Girardi's going to put a foot on that and put it away.
This is what I want to see, more of this. Yep. Get the ball early out to Jake on the right.
Look at the space he's got. Closed down now by Mares, and another switch right back to the other side. Good work. Here's Malik.
But unfortunately, we only have everybody's on the other, from our team is on the other side as well. So nowhere for him to go, and he comes back across the field, and we have a foul.
Malik commits it. Trevor Malik commits it there in the middle of the field. So listen, if you hear Malik, now know that there's 3 different ones, okay? The Rangers have a Noah Malik. Solon also has a Trevor Malik. And, of course, we have Malik Girari, the Comets' dangerous captain and leading scorer. That ball will go out of bounds as, speak of the devil, Noah Malik played it too far and it skipped out of bounds. And that ball, what? That ball never came in?
Guess it went in and out.
Okay.
The breeze must
Hard
be
to do
strong
that.
over
Yeah,
there.
hard to do that, I guess. This is Jinpleku with the throw. Marcelo Jinpleku, the junior defender for Eastlake North. Here's Bayer, their leading scorer. Marked again, one-on-one by Blumenthal. Great takeaway by Blumenthal. Urich again, long ball and well wide of the target.
Yeah, you know, it seems to be a matchup of size. Blumenthal is no small character. Put him on the largest guy. He's been the one tackling him at midfield. Kind of seems to be seeking him out defensively.
Yep. Here's Conheim. Good little touch to Ingerman. He takes it away. Ball in, looking for Girari, but it will go all the way through to Zappola, who will corral it. Here we're watching Ingerman play. You know, he's been dealing with that groin injury. And we'll see how that impacts him as the night goes on. There's a good ball through to Girari. Can he beat the Ranger? He can. And it's just wide.
We have a
Tell those
corner.
defender or Zappola that punched that wide, but we'll have another corner from Ingerman. And you know Jake has been really impressive on these set pieces. You know, Matthew, look at that. You look inside the Rangers' six-yard box. They do have some size in there. You know, I'm seeing Luka Gallic and Noah Malik, some really strong size for the Rangers. So it'll be tough to break through on these set pieces.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if they try to go short at some point, but the balls in have been great. It'll just be a battle.
Looks like we're going to legislate here a little bit inside that 6-yard box. Referee just sees a few things maybe he doesn't like in there. And here comes Bayer. Speaking of size,
Yep.
Bayer will come all the way back and look to defend here inside the 6. Boys are going to get a little talking to here. Ingerman's ball in. Wonder if the wind played a factor, although the wind, I guess, is blown the other way. But doesn't quite make it into the field of play, and it'll be a Ranger goal kick. There's Malik, Noah Malik, out to Dupnock. Over the touchline, and here's Rinaldi's throw to Blumenthal. Man on hard is Bayer. Bayer plays it forward, I think. Nope. Yes, now he will. Right to Schwartz, and Bayer's there. Oh, Schwartz takes it away again. And a miss hit by the Rangers. Here's Sussman, and it'll be a Comet throw. 35th minute at Stewart Field on the campus of Solon High School. 1-1. Rangers score in the 10th minute, and the Comets equalize in the 11th. Joel Hammond with former Notre Dame College standout Matthew Embacher. Great crew. We'll reintroduce them later in the game. Here's Trevor Malik. Touch ahead to Omer. Back to Malik. Girari. Oh, nifty little touch. Conheim on the end of it. Can't quite find it. And here comes Mares. With a touch forward. Here's Bayer. Taken away. Omer. Good pass. Malik to Conheim with space out wide. Conheim's ball in.
Deep.
Yeah, a little miss hit out to the other side of that box, so we want that one back. That's okay. Ranger throw.
But look, the combinations are happening. The finish is not coming off yet, but the positive signs are there. I think, yikes.
Yep, Rangel throws up his hands in disgust, but that's plain as day. And that's a couple on him. So, we'll, as you mentioned earlier, Matthew, when you have to start getting concerned is if you're on a card. So we'll see if the head referee eventually goes that route for repeated infractions. Nothing of that sort yet, though. Schwartz will take this one about 50 yards from goal. He's got into the wind, though. Let's see how he plays it. Low line drive. Headed away by Soto. And again by Malik. Ingerman's left foot is well wide.
Little desperation trying to make something happen, right? We're trying all the passes. It's not quite coming off.
Yep.
So let's have a whack. The talk of the halftime will be patient, be like a tank, keep moving forward. It will come off. Most of the play has been in the opposition's half.
Yep.
The number of shots on us has been 1, 2.
Yeah. Yeah, as Jimmer, I'm not sure. Jimmer's made one other save other than the goal. Here's Duke knock to Urick, the goal scorer. Punched away by Hirsch and touched ahead to Girari. Back to Hirsch. Look at this. Look at this. And I'll go back to, nope. Here's Hirsch into Girari. Can he finish? Saved by Zappala.
Great save.
Yep. So we've seen.
Please, very pleased with the save, and
Yes.
I don't blame him. Deserves it.
Yeah, I mean, 1v1 against Malik Girari, you're not going to win too many of those battles. Looked like Girari almost took one too many touches. Looked like he was a little too patient and gave Zappala time and shot it kind of right at him. So, but again, you see the difference, I think, as we've talked about, Matthew. Here's Ronaldo with space on the near sideline. A lot of strong individual skill from the Rangers. We've not seen connections like that from them so far this evening. Good sportsmanship there from Bear, who helped up Ronaldo. I think it was a little incidental contact, but knocked Ronaldo down. Ronaldo's ball in, punched away. And here's Rangel against Sussman.
Not a lot to work with, unfortunately. We've got 4 or 5 back.
Oh,
And, that's where we don't want to foul them, right? They've
Yeah.
got 6 guys back behind their own near midfield. We've got all our guys back. They've got nowhere to really go there. Let's be smart. Let them play.
Yep. Good individual skill by Rangel there. Had Sussman sort of leaning a little bit, cut back, and Sussman was forced to stick his leg out. And like you said, gives the Rangers about a free kick about 30 yards away. And again, with their size, this may be where their difference lies, right?
Absolutely.
Rangel over it. You see Bear within the 18, along with Gallick. Ball in is well wide. No stress for McMeechin. As you likely heard, we are in the 39th minute. Let's see if the Comets are content to sort of play out the string here in the last 2 minutes, or if they look to push forward. Schwartz, big ball ahead. Ingerman gets his head on it to Conheim. Back to Rinaldi. Malik in the middle. Ball forward. There's Malik for the Rangers. Bear, little touch on it to Schwartz.
Just go back, keep it clean.
Yep. Schwartz to Conheim. Nope. Turnover. Oh, and unfortunately, yeah, the Rangers had a little space there, but Gallick plays it too far forward to McMeechin. Just about 1 minute to go here, first half.
McMeechin making a claim for fanciest shoes on the pitch tonight, I believe. Very flashy. I'm always a fan.
Sure. Rinaldi can't get a touch on it. Here's Rangel. Rangers look to go. Here's Bear. Yep. So Bear comes in, number 12 for the Rangers. Bear comes in with 12 goals on the year, and to be quite frank, we've not called his name a lot, you know, and Blumenthal has played a big role in that. Comets have kept him under control. Now it's headed out to Sussman. Girari corrals. We've got 35 seconds in the half. Girari. Through to Ingerman. Can he corral? He can. Left foot shot, and Conheim is there, but Zappala is there up to the task. Ingerman is really strong with his quote-unquote off left foot and almost snuck one through. Zappala got enough on it, though, to re-corral. Blumenthal will let this one go. Play it forward. Urick to Bear. That's halftime. We'll come back after a halftime break. It's 1-1. Rangers and the Comets at Stewart Field in this Division II District semifinal. We'll be back after this break. Welcome back to Stewart Field at Solon High School for this Division II district semifinal matchup. It's 1-1 at half. The Eastlake North Rangers and the Solon Comets. Joel Hammond alongside former Notre Dame College standout Matthew Embacher, and thanks to our crew, Eddie Hudson, Tyler Miller, and Jason Jogan for the pictures you're seeing for tonight's game. Again, let's reset it. The Rangers score in the 10th minute on a nifty volley from Antonio Uric just outside the Comet 18-yard box. And then about 40 seconds later in the 11th minute, the Comets equalize on a tap-in from Nathan Park as the ball fell to his feet after a long throw-in by Trevor Malik. Matthew, it's been an interesting first half. The elements, of course, playing a role. Comets now with the wind at their back. What do you expect here as the second half gets going? And do we see the Rangers anywhere? Are they going to come out onto the field and play the second half? I hope so. Anyway, Matthew, what do you expect if the Rangers eventually exit the locker room and rejoin the action?
Look, I think the wind's at their back both metaphorically and literally. They've had a strong first half. They did all the right things. They're in this game. They've had way more opportunities on goal offensively, and if they just can remain controlled but urgent, will be the trick to the second half. Look, you can't leave it for the last 10 minutes. No one wants to see that frantic play, but don't get desperate. Play your game. Keep passing the ball. Keep moving it. That's where your strength clearly lies. And you're, I think with all that, they have a clean second half.
Yep. You know, you mentioned the word urgent, Matthew, and urgency. I wonder if urgency and play urgently was a focus for the team at halftime. You know, you think back to the Rangers' goal. They gave them a very, very short-lived lead, but it was a lack of urgency as the ball fell to Uric's feet at the top of the 18 from Bayer, and, you know, a relative lack of urgency from the Comets, and Uric is able to get his foot on it for a nifty volley to beat McMeechin top shelf. I do wonder if that urgency and play urgently was stressed at halftime. Would it have been were you in the locker room?
Of course. Look, it's so hard to instill a strange combination of patience and urgency, because they have to both be happening here. But look, they did bounce back immediately after that goal, so their sense of urgency when they had to be woken up, they responded well. So, let's hope they don't have to respond again in that kind, but they've surely shown the resilience to do it before.
Sure. Things to watch here as the second half gets kicked off. Very cold, very rainy, very windy nights. And we've got some Comets players as we still struggle to get started here. Bayer sort of pump-faked Malik Girardi there. Are we going to get this second half started? Hopefully. Maybe. Anytime. Matthew, what are your thoughts on world peace as we got? No, I'm we're going to start here, I think. Maybe. Hopefully. Put the ball in play. It's cold. It's windy.
You know, you could talk about your prolific career yourself between the pipes as a prolific goalkeeper.
We are finally underway. Nobody wants to hear about that. Here's the steal. Real quick takeaway from Girardi. Plays through to Ingerman. He's going to raise his flag.
There.
Yep. Just couldn't quite time it up properly.
Can't fault the urgency off the bat, though.
No, absolutely. So, as I was saying before we had those fits and starts here in the second half, we've got some Comet players returning from injury. You know, we'll watch shape. Speaking of Trevor Malik and Malik Girardi and Jake Ingerman, you know, coming back from injury, how does their shape look after 50 minutes already out there on a cold, windy, rainy night? It looks like the rain is largely let up, though, right?
Yep. I think the rain's let up some. The winds maybe picked up some.
Sure.
So
here's Rangel, punched away, and Schwartz will take control. Schwartz part of that solid veteran back line. Here's Rinaldi. Back to Schwartz. Let's see if he looks to switch, and hopefully he does. Yes. Blumenthal with plenty of space. Out here to Sussman. You hear the parents on this near sideline. Drive. Take your space. Drive forward. Here's Conheim on the near sideline. Sussman.
You just need to exploit that switch a little more quickly.
Sure. Rangers look for a handball. No dice. There's Trevor Malik with a nifty move. Left-footed ball in.
Bad ball.
Falls to Girardi. It's deflected. He's still at his feet. Oh, and it's just deflected over by Jacob Soto. Strong play from the Comets early on. You see Blumenthal coming forward. Again, this is one of the Rangers' strengths. You mentioned earlier in the first half, Matthew, you see size back there. Again, we'll mention it again. You see Malik, number 8. You see Bayer, number 12. Would you consider playing short eventually?
Absolutely, especially with the win. Why not? As it almost comes off from a long.
Another good ball in from Ingerman.
Seemed to have headed right off the bottom of the crossbar.
Yeah, was that Hirsch on the? Looked like it was Hirsch on the back door back there, whose header came off the bottom of the crossbar and stayed out. So we talk about potentially, implementing a short corner. Of course, the flip side of that is you take away a great weapon because Ingerman is so good on those in-swingers.
Yeah, for sure. You always have the option to 1-2 it back to them and kind of pull a couple of their guys out. They stack 7 guys into their own 6. It's tough to find yourself a bit of space in there, especially when all 7 of them are quite sized.
You're right, 6'1". Yeah, to your point, though, you play it short and maybe you pull a couple of those guys out of there to give you more space for that second ball. That's a good point. Here's Soto. We'll just punch it away.
Might catch that up here.
Yeah.
Not quite.
It's like a foul ball at a baseball game into the broadcast booth.
Yeah.
Here's Hirsch. You hear Coach Ingerman. You hear that, Matthew? Don't be in a hurry. Take your time. Plenty of time. Early on. We're here in the 44th minute. And one thing I will notice, one thing I'll say I've noticed so far here early in the second half, lots of space for the Comets, Matthew.
A lot of space. Be curious what the Eastlake message was during the halftime. I mean, look, they're clearly individual players. Here comes the long throw.
Yep.
It's worked before. Didn't quite come far enough that time.
Yep. Girardi's header goes over the inline for a Ranger goal kick, Matthew. You were saying about what Eastlake North's coaching staff, what the message was at half.
I think it is a team that is going to have to win with grit, which they do not suffer at all. There are plenty of players really putting in hard work, hard tackles, individual skills, and that's what it's going to come down for them is a lucky bounce that puts them forward and hopefully on the foot of some of their preferred strikers up there. They're playing 3 up top, but it's going to come down to something like that more likely than a calculated build-up.
Yep. Here's Girardi off Zappala's punt. Hirsch to Girardi.
And we're starting to pull more guys forward, right? We've got 8 of our 11 within our own 20. A little crack.
Off the back, here's Conheim. Oh, and he just punches it over.
Good first touch.
Yep, off the back of a Ranger defender right to Conheim's feet, and he just punches it over.
Just keep plugging. Just keep going forward like a tank.
Sussman, Girardi, just a little too much on the touch. One thing that I noticed, Matthew, is Nathan Park is not out there. Omer started the second half for Park. Here's Girardi, and Zappala controls it.
And that's what you don't want. A little too desperate there. I'd be looking to do a little more with it.
Yeah, take your space, huh? So you see number 9 out there, Yaya Omer, on the field to start the second half in place of Nathan Park. We'll keep our eyes out for Park. Obviously the goal scorer and a solid contributor for the Comets. Girardi.
Even the fans giving a little bit of strategic insight.
Again, nice play by Blumenthal, but it's out of bounds. That's good. Blumenthal has played Bear really well. Again, number 12 for the Rangers, Braden Bear, enters the game with 12 goals. And he had the assist on the goal, but other than that, we've not called his name much. Dopes it out of bounds.
Yeah, I think that will be the matchup to watch as we go down the stretch, and they've handled it well so far. Inverse numbers, inverse sides of the ball.
Here's the throw from Jinpleku. Throws it short to Anthony. And there's Bear against Blumenthal. Falls at the feet. Uh-oh. Oh, McMeechan does well to come off his line. Dangerous ball as Gala came in to look to punch it through. McMeechan, very good job of anticipating that ball and out off his line. Here's Sussman with space. I say that a lot here so far in the second half. Girardi looked to touch it through to Conheim, couldn't quite do it. Here's Hirsch.
Into 3, needs to find some new space.
Looks for Ingerman.
Very well
nifty
done.
Little touch. That's Rinaldi. Goal kick. Comets wanted a corner. Really nice touch by Ingerman. Little back heel, look for Rinaldi's feet. Just not quite enough on it. Here's Soto. Long ball to Bear. There's Schwartz again. Another good job by Blumenthal to stand him up. Schwartz's ball headed away by the Rangers, Noah Malik. Here's Trevor Malik. Yep, and he might get a card here. Whistle on Robbie Anthony, and there's a yellow against the Rangers' Robbie Anthony as he stuck that leg out against Trevor Malik. So our first card of the game comes in the 48th minute.
Trevor's up and walking. He seems to be okay. Didn't look malicious, just, a leg out. It is a yellow, but nothing malicious there. Glad to see he seems to be up and jogging okay.
Discussion there over the ball between Ingerman and Girard on who's going to take this. Some suggestion from the peanut gallery below us that they should leave it for Brennan Schwartz. We'll let the uniform personnel handle those calls, I guess. Not that you or I, Matthew, would ever make our opinions known in the crowd. No, we would never.
Unfortunately,
or on the sideline.
These balls don't come down to popular vote. It would be fascinating if it did. You can text in your idea.
Girard.
Little floated over.
Yeah, looked for Omer's head, couldn't quite get there. Rangers look to restart quick. Now they'll take their time. Here's Noah Malik, junior defender. So you see the difference as they play into the wind.
Yeah, they've not been past the 40 on a goal kick, on a punt.
Little flick from Bear. Schwartz looks for Ingerman on the far sideline, and it comes to him after a misplay by Dupnock. And there is Rinaldi. Rinaldi in, punched away by Soto to Ingerman. Ingerman can't quite control. Mares to Rangel. And there's Schwartz again. That ball's still in.
Malik will chase.
Yep. Back to
setting
the keeper.
A tone.
Zappola. Girard still in pursuit. They'll look to switch, but it's right to Ingerman. Good pressure by the Comets. To Omer. Omer to Ingerman. Good one, too, but it's too much. Yeah, you wonder if that groin injury is still bothering Ingerman just a little bit. Looks like maybe just not quite the same juice as he normally has, and to be understandable. That's a tough injury to bounce back from in season, especially on a cold night like this. You want it to be a warm night with a muscle injury like that, right?
In this sport, that injury can linger.
Malik to Ingerman. Dupnock takes it away, and Ingerman still has it. Oh, and beats him. And one more. Can he have one more? Oh, my goodness. Inside the 18, taken down. No whistle. Schwartz.
Makes no mistake of that one.
No. Sometimes you just got to punch it. Yeah, that, to be fair, the linesman is right on top of that ball. He's about 10 feet away from him. Here's Malik, Noah Malik. Up top to Bear. Bear corrals. Again, not called his number much. There's Rangel. Malik does well to, there's a whistle.
It's really the 1-2 punch, right? So Aiden Blumenthal disrupts and then Sussman cleans it up, right? So it sort of is working how they're doing that in the back, and as long as they only need to deal with those two guys up top, I think that's a very sound strategy.
Sussman to Schwartz. Big ball in to Girard, but Soto's there. Here comes Robbie Anthony, the yellow card recipient. Conheim with the throw. Again, there's 9 lines over there. Got to make sure you know where you're at. Sussman's throw to Girard. And can't quite find Conheim's feet. 51st minute of this Division II District Semi. 1-1 ball game.
If I recall, last year the first round went down to about the last 5 minutes too.
Yeah.
It was a very tightly contested match.
Yep. Oh, the ball comes right to Ingerman's feet. Left foot. Yeah, little ambitious there, Matthew. He's trying to make a play, which is absolutely understandable. I wonder if the Comets can take advantage. Zappala has made some really nice plays in the net for the Rangers, but he is weak on the Girardi's shot. Handled well by Zappala. But watch this. He's a little weaker, especially into the wind, Matthew.
Yeah, the punt's tough.
Yeah, a little weaker, especially going this way. So I wonder if the Comets might be able to counter quickly off these restarts. That one's up in the air and goes nowhere. Sussman.
Yeah, it's a good punt. It's just no
Conheim's
distance.
ball. Played away by Dupnock. Malik taken down again, this time by Luka Gallic.
Coach giving instructions here.
They'll try it with shorts this time. Delicate balance on these restarts. Wind's at your back. You want to land it where the keeper's got to make a decision, right? Just outside the 6, Matthew?
Right on the 10-yard
Yep.
line, right
Yep.
before the touchdown.
Yep.
It's close.
Yep. Blumenthal's there. Tallest player on the Comets side. And it's punched away by Soto. Will be a Comet throw on that far sideline. Here comes another big throw. And again, you're going to see the wind take this ball if Malik winds up for it. You're going to see it take it in. See the wind take the ball into that 18. Good throw. Just over the reach of Omer. Ball's in.
No.
Yep. Corner. Oh,
Nice.
goal kick. Excuse me. I can't
Saw that
figure out
backwards,
where
I guess.
that linesman's pointing to.
Yes! You guys are all going.
Soto will take the restart for the Rangers. Yeah. Oh my. Another whistle on Wrangel. Boy, we've called Wrangel's name several times on these whistles. At what point does a referee, Matthew, consider... Here come Sussman there, yeah. At what point does an official consider potential cards for repeated infractions?
Generally when he remembers.
Okay. Fair. Fair. Schwartz's restart in.
That's a great ball in.
Yeah, absolutely. That's Rinaldi on his back.
Yeah, I mean, look, the team is bending but not breaking. They are really playing that grit that is going to be required for them to last in this match, but they are up for it.
Here's Conheim double teamed in the corner. And that will... it's a corner. Good work by Conheim to earn it. Doubled down there by Dubnock and Urich, and he earns a corner. Here comes Ingerman. Let's watch this ball into that wind, because his outswinger is going to be pulled back in by this wind going south to north.
They're not all on the line this time, which is interesting. So a different play here. Rowan's, no, Malik's there.
Jari's feet. Here comes Sussman.
He wants it.
Yep. Comes up to support and fires it over.
It's the one you see in your dreams.
Especially as a defender, right?
Absolutely.
Matthew Embacher.
You can't blame him.
Defender. Oh, yeah, you get one shot, you got to take it. Unlucky from Rinaldi there as he slips. Here comes Mares through. And he's still going. Still going on his right foot. And McMeechin, is there to... Yep. Unintended contact there. Yep. Everybody's all good. Good save by McMeechin. Boy, Mares had really had a head of steam there.
That individual talent.
Absolutely. Yeah, pretty striking, honestly, the difference in ability to connect between these two teams. And, like we talked about earlier, Matthew, in a normal game maybe, middle of September, nothing at stake, theoretically nothing at stake, maybe that outweighs lack of connection. But on a night like tonight, your postseason lives at stake, they're battling. Here's Hirsch. Hirsch in for Girardi. And it just bounces off him right to Zappala. A lot of pressure so far. 15 minutes into the second half, a lot of pressure from the Comets. Has not resulted in what I would call any terrific chances, but you got to figure it's coming. They did have that one corner kick header off the bottom of the crossbar. But, run a play, Matthew. Not a ton of great chances here, despite, I would say, Comets controlling the run a play. Good ball in from Hirsch, looking for Girardi. Soto shields Girardi. And Zappala is out to get it.
You need to be all over this. This is where the urgency needs to match.
Yeah, really physical play from Luka Gallic and several of the Rangers. There is Gallic. It falls to Trevor Malik. First touch, not just
barrels
not
through.
Yep.
Linesman wants a call. The ref calls it off. No, he brings it back.
Yep. Here's Mahrez. And the Rangers might look to possess here a little bit. They've been against the run of play. Let's see if they try to possess a little bit. I'm not sure they have the technical skill to do so, but they'll try to. Yeah, see. Ball's punched out by Soto, and here's Sussman. Here's Blumenthal with Bayer in pursuit. Back to Sussman. To Girardi. Schwartz. Can you switch it?
Some views from the stands again.
Blumenthal. Girardi controls. To Sussman. Looks for, Trevor Malik. There you go. Take your space, Trevor. Looks to switch. Good switch to Rinaldi.
Now push.
Rinaldi with space. Ball in. Headed away by Noah Malik. Here's, good takeaway by Rinaldi. Can he keep going? Yeah. He's under pressure there. Mahrez there. Rinaldi doubled. Can he get it out of there? Oh, good. Back heel.
I tell you what, he's been
unlucky.
Such an active player this game.
Rinaldi, absolutely.
He's been, really exceptional.
Whoa. Another call against Yair Rangel. And that one was a two-hand shove in the back. So you're a coach, Matthew, in this set. Coach Ingerman down here on this near sideline. He's standing right next to the assistant referee. Is he in his ear telling him, like, hey, listen, that's 4 or 5?
You've got to at some point. Nothing malicious, nothing angry. It's
just repeated
just a note.
Yeah.
Just keep an eye on 10. That's 4 or 5.
Yep. Ingerman's ball. Malik gets ahead on it. Yeah, and really knows. Again, we talked about urgency and playing urgently. Just let that ball go right to Zappa. And again, watch this. Watch these restarts here.
Yeah, I would really be keeping my strikers further up
punt.
here. And
it's a better punt that time. Conheim. Omer. Again, in for Nathan Park. I wonder if there's some kind of sort of... Oh, yeah. So now, Matthew, you talked earlier about, we don't want to leave it to the last 10 minutes, right? Things can go haywire in the last 10 minutes, right? You don't want to leave it to that space. And here's Bayer, we talked about him. There's Conheim falls down. Ball's in play. Let's just play on. This is Uric, the goal scorer, to the feet of Gallic. Here's Conheim. Well done by Conheim. So talk us through it, Matthew. You talked at halftime early in the first half about a mix of urgency but also patience, right? You don't want to try to do too much, but now you're getting down to it a little bit, right?
That's right. This is a critical 10 minutes where, look, you have to stay controlled. Don't throw away your chances, otherwise you're going to end up with nothing. The goalie is plenty fine to save your shots from 30 yards out, but you really need to be pushing guys. You need to be really... This is the effort period where you really dig. And that should really, I'm looking to the seniors for the leadership of, this is what we're going to do, guys. We got to go. We got to push right now. I'm not sure anyone even knows exactly the state of play right now.
Yeah, there does seem to be uncertainty with what the referee is calling. And now we're going to have number 10 again. We call his name Rangel, kicking the ball away. There does seem to be some uncertainty, easier for me to say, from both sidelines on, okay, there's clearly some sort of infraction. Who's it against and which way is the ball going?
Yeah.
It would appear that the official needs to, the ball's too deep there from Schwartz. Got the
It's interesting. He was very active in the first half, that ref.
He's still active, but seemingly inactive with clarity on...
Lack of authority. Yeah,
sure. German stressing on those restarts, get in front of the keeper. And I think we've seen keeper has some inexperience back there. Girardi in pursuit, out of bounds. Sussman will throw it.
While they wait for Trevor. Nope. A little to go short.
Girardi.
Go.
Take his space. He'll fire. Yeah, you got to follow.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, look, it's a fine crack, but the goalie can save it from 30 yards.
Sure.
It's got to be a little bit more than that, and they're certainly capable of more than that.
Yeah, Omer to Ingerman. Plays it forward, nobody's there.
Thought he had Malik Jar running. Didn't come off.
All right, 62nd minute. We'll reset it for you. 62nd minute here at Stewart Field. Eastlake North takes a lead in the 10th minute, and Solon equalizes just under a minute later. And since then, there has not been a ton of great chances for either team. Yaya Omer plays it forward, but right to Noah Malik for the Rangers. But he gives it away to Conheim. Soto's there to punch it away. Trevor Malik. Here's Conheim battling Luka Gallic. Girardi, Sussman. Conheim. Yep. Rangers throw.
Does look like they pushed Rowan up to, I don't know if they're playing a true 3 up top, but certainly putting a little bit more pressure on that front line as the ball's having a harder time getting out of the opposition's half.
Yeah, listen, these kids are used to playing on this turf. One thing I've noticed here, and the rain has stopped, but it seems like the boys have had a little trouble corralling some of these 50-50 balls that are skidding and squirting all over the turf. So let's see if they can bring those under control, maybe a little bit more here.
The cold affects the turf, too, in
Sure.
a funny way to make it slick.
Here comes Hirsch. You talked about him moving up to Girardi. He's got Conheim pushing. Plays it forward. Malik punches it away for Eastlake North. Girardi. Good slide by Malik, but it's at Anthony's feet with space. Malik tracks back. Good job by Trevor Malik. Schwartz to Girardi. Oh,
I like it.
nice feint. There's Conheim.
Get up,
Hirsch.
Get up,
Yep.
go. Come on, bud, get up. This
Playing
is not a
advantage.
time
Hirsch. Omer. Back to Hirsch. And he's through. Shot just over the bar. Good 1-2 from Omer and Hirsch, and he just punches it over. Best chance in a while for the Comets.
Yeah, good to see Omer get involved there. Need to see him start to light up there in the middle to feed the ball up to the front 3.
Duke knock. Another giveaway. Trevor Malik. Hirsch.
Ball's on.
Oh, through to Girardi.
Play.
And he just lost it. Good ball by Hirsch. That'll be a goal kick.
That was a very neat play.
Nifty
That's
ball.
what they need to do.
Well, it seems to me like the Rangers are having a little trouble tracking the goer, right? Or excuse me, the
Absolutely.
giver, right? Yeah, give and then go, right?
Sort of that third man run.
Sure. Yep, and they're having a little trouble tracking him. So that's several times now recently, maybe Matthew in the last 5 minutes or so, that Comets have gotten a chance off those connections. Malik to Omer to Girardi. Another go at it. Yeah. Omer to Girardi. Comes back to Trevor Malik. Out to Conheim. To Sussman. Back to Conheim. His ball deflected. Blumenthal will control. That one's deflected by Bear. That's a situation where maybe you just take a touch
Reset.
backward. Sure. Mares. Good job by Blumenthal. Yep. There's Duke knock for the Rangers. Omer in pursuit. Here's Mares. And he'll go forward with space. There's Rinaldi with him. Mares deflected out. It'll be a corner off Schwartz.
Self-created, right? Dribbled that probably 50 yards to create that corner.
Yeah, Mares is really strong on the ball.
Very strong, very quick.
come on! He's slip number 20! Don't forget one! Terrible call! Get outside block, sweet, number 5! You're mad sweet! Sweet as sugar! Put the flag up, boy!
Coach pleading to get Aiden on Aiden Blumenthal on their lead scorer.
Yep. That's Yahir Rangel over the ball in the corner. Referee legislating a little bit inside the 6. Seeing some things that, like, you see the size in there. Luka Gallick and Braden Bear inside the 6 for the Rangers. Big guy. Actually, you see Bear actually at the penalty spot.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Rangel's ball. Punched away. It'll come back to Rangel's feet. Back into Bear. Comet's won an offside. That ball is punched over eventually by the Rangers, and a Comet goal kick.
Might have been, but no harm, no foul.
Nope.
Move on forward.
There we go, Pete.
And that's the key, Matthew. Talk us through as a defender.
Yes, side.
After that ball is played out, your back line, you gotta come out, right? You gotta push up, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Your center back needs to be screaming. Your goalie needs to be screaming for everyone to get out of there, create that, force the other team to pull back as well, create that barrier.
It's fun to, our sons are younger than these boys, and it's fun to watch them learn the game, right? It's fun to watch them learn. That's what our boys are learning right now, right? As a U11 players, there's a ball in from Sussman, a little bit too far for Conheim. Learning those strategic parts of the game, right? We had a game the other day where goal kick gets taken away, and our boys are late pushing out. Ball falls at the feet, and at that age, you get a kid that can really strike it, and you put your keeper under a lot of pressure.
Yeah, there's more to the game than dribbling through some cones and booting it down the field, and certainly both these teams have shown tonight that they've learned a lot over their soccer careers, provided some great entertainment.
Troy looks to beat a few Ranger defenders. Trevor Malick's got it. That will go over the sideline. Good deep there by Duknock on the far side. Excuse me, no Malick on the far sideline. Duknock will take the throw. Now you're getting into the danger time. We are in the 69th minute of tonight's game. And again, we've talked about it, Matthew. This is the danger time where one bad bounce could spell the end of your season. So you don't want to leave the chance. You've got to get aggressive and play with some urgency here.
Yeah, it's the coin flip time. Here's where the last goal came off of this long throw style.
Throws it short this
time.
time.
Come off.
Girari. Back to Trevor Malick. Nope. Oh, my.
That was a foul.
Oh, my. Ingerman will come over the ball.
Did they sub off Bear?
Nope, he's up there. Oh, yeah.
It's 24.
Yeah, that's Solomonic. Did they say he was just on in that on that most recent corner?
Maybe a quick change of
tires. Yeah, it looks like maybe he's over there getting ready to check back in.
A little pit stop and back in to close out the game.
Sure.
And
you hear Coach Ingerman. Well, unfortunately, you can't be in front of the keeper because you're offside. Can't be in front of the keeper when their back line is at the 10-yard line, or at the start of the end zone, at the goal line. This is Ingerman. His ball in. Here's Trevor Malick. Try to find some space. Little step over, back.
Early.
Yeah, a little too much. And that's played out of bounds. Again, the Rangers just lacking a little quality out of the back, and so let's see if the Comets can take advantage. Sussman's throw into Rinaldi. He'll take his space. Switch to Ingerman.
That's a great ball.
Yep.
And
ball in. Oh, and
more
no
of
one's
that,
there.
Please.
Yep. You see how fast that went. Throw to Sussman. Rinaldi takes his space. Switch to Ingerman. Ball in. Unfortunately, no one's on the back door, but if they can keep doing that, there's going to be opportunities there on that back door.
Yeah. The defense is, the opposition defense is strong. They're physical, but organized. I think we could take advantage of that. A bit of disorganization when we move quickly.
Yep. Really strong ball out of the back from Jacob Soto. I mean, into that wind to knock it 50 yards, that's impressive. Here's Sussman giving chase. He'll shield Robbie Anthony, who's on a yellow card. Here's Conheim. To Schwartz, who finds space, and he'll take his space. A little too much. That's okay. No harm, no foul. Here's Blumenthal. Big ball, and it's in.
Good fall.
Girari, good chest to Ingerman. Looks for Girari, can't find him. Good idea, though, and it's a corner.
Was. Nice little 1-2.
I'll say.
Almost came off.
The touch from Girari to use his chest right to the feet of Ingerman. Really impressive. Ingerman over it.
Go to the back post here.
Big ball in. Who's there? Malik. Rinaldi. Girari. Rangers do a good job of pushing out on that one. It's punched away right to the feet of Sussman. Another switch. Looking for Ingerman, but it's too much. And over the end line. 72nd minute of a 1-1 game here at Stewart Field.
Sussman playing a more offense than defense, I believe, this half, to be fair.
Yep.
As we look to push forward. And they brought back on Bayer. And to win the first ball.
Whoa! Whoa! You can't put Brennan on the ground.
Jimmer asks them to reset.
Brennan, just run the offense, bro.
It's very interesting at this level. You tend to see teams play up the right side.
Yep.
And the rationale is most players are right-footed. And so the natural way to kick the ball is up the right side. And so we're seeing a lot of the play come from the right side on our side.
Yep.
Rotate around, come to the right side on our side.
Yep.
From the opposition. But the vast majority of our corners and throw-ins have come from that side. Our crosses have come from that side.
So Rinaldi's ball in, headed away by Noah Malik. Ingerman over it again with another corner. Trevor Malik. Punched away by Noah Malik. So Matthew, looking ahead, we are in the 74th minute of tonight's match. Should we end up tied at the end of regulation, we go to a 15-minute sudden victory period. No one scores there, we go to a second 15-minute sudden victory period. And if no one scores there, we go to a penalty kick shootout. And yes, I did just look that up during the game to refresh my memory on Ohio High School soccer overtime rules. Here is Omer, who has played well. Again, he's in for Nathan Park. There's Malik, Trevor Malik, looking to the back door. Falls to Ingerman's feet. Yep, and a foul there as the ball looks to get punched out. They just can't quite connect on the end of it.
Final ball.
Yep. Fell to Ingerman's feet, and the Rangers, to their credit, were there to deflect and distract from there. Here's Soto out of the back for Eastlake North. Really strong leg.
Man.
Bears ball. Here's Schwartz. Can Ingerman control? Nope. That's a tough ball in his defense. Jin Pleku, whoops, takes a spill on that wet track over here. We've seen a couple. Ingerman did that over there on the far sideline earlier. Careful on that wet track there. Jin Pleku's throw is in, looking for Bear. Sussman's header. Conheim battling Bear. Gallick. There's Bear again. And Conheim took one to the stomach there.
Doesn't feel good. He'll be all right. He's up.
Yep. Maybe it took a second just to see if there was a card coming out. And then once you realize there wasn't, maybe it's time I can get up here. Here's Sussman. After a quick restart from Schwartz. Sussman will play backwards. Schwartz. His ball. And he's got Girari on the back door. And he finishes.
Oh, goodness.
Great ball in from Schwartz.
Exceptional ball.
One touch from Girari to his feet. And he beats Zappola to put the Comets ahead.
That is not the goal I thought that we would win this on, but man, what a ball, what a touch, what a finish.
Matthew, what'd you see there? It almost looked as though the Rangers either weren't ready or maybe we caught them, the Comets caught them snoozing a little bit. Schwartz plays a quick ball to Sussman down this sideline. Bayer closes him down, back to Schwartz, big ball, and Girardi is not the guy you want to leave alone back there.
Absolutely not. Nothing to add there, you're right. Seems to have caught them early on the long ball. I don't think they expected that long ball.
Goal number 17 for Malik Girardi on the season comes in the 76th minute of this Division II district semifinal and puts the Comets ahead 2-1. Again, the winner of this game advances to Saturday's district final at Kenston against either Twinsburg or Mayfield. We'll try to get you a score on that game as this game winds down. Referee is instructing the ball boy to go behind the goal. Okay. Fair. Fair.
Referee has a proclivity for
Understood.
off the ball moments.
No score as of yet on Twinsburg and Mayfield. Again, the winner of this ball game advances to face the winner of the Wildcats and the Tigers on Saturday at Kenston High School in the district final. Same spot that the Comets season ended last year. Girardi first to that ball. Here's Hirsch. Big ball in for Ingerman. Ingerman gives it chase. Here comes Zappala way out. Oh, goalie's out. Conheim looks to goal, and it's too high. Oh boy, what a wrapper that would have been on this one. Yeah, Zappala does well to come out. Wingerman's in. Zappala comes out to clear, doesn't quite get a good leg on it, and Conheim went for goal.
Yeah, and Eastlake North in a really tough spot here. This is not where they thrive. Down a goal, not a lot of time left.
Ingerman, good first touch to attempt to control this one.
They'll push guys forward, leave a lot of space for us, and we will exploit it.
Falls in. Yeah, a little ambitious from Ingerman. Shoots it wide. Zappala will restart with under 4 minutes to go. Matthew, talk us through end-of-game situations, up a goal with your season on the line. We're looking. Oh boy.
Yeah, this is one of the hardest things in sports. In fact, we were talking about, if you're a football fan, the Giants over the weekend and going into a prevent in the fourth quarter. This is the call you have to make, right? You've made it this far playing the style of game that you played. Do you pack it in and try to close out the last 3 minutes, or do you play the way you played?
Yep.
In my opinion, the way that this team plays, our team and the other team, packing it in is not a good solution. The other team is too sharp on an individual basis and can exploit that if you pack it in. If you continue to push forward, if you continue to work the ball around and keep the possession as you can, I think you have a much better shot of closing this out cleanly. But it's the question all this time. Every coach grapples with you. Look, if you don't pack it in and they score, you look silly. If you do pack it in and they score, you look silly. It's a tough one.
Yeah, again,
but I think this situation calls for just play the game.
Yep. It goes back to earlier. This time of the game is a really hard time to find that balance between patience and Malik. Trevor Malik up on that far sideline there. Looked like he took a spill maybe on that wet track like we talked about earlier. Anyway, Matthew, this is the time of the game where that balance is really hard to strike between patience and
control.
And control, absolutely.
Composure.
Sub coming on, and that's going to be, is that the freshman? Nope. Anthony Bertino, the junior midfielder, is on for Trevor Malik. Boy, talk about a tough spot to come on. You haven't played all game. Okay, hey kid. And the referee noticed some time, additional time came off the clock. So he's going to reset at 3:10. Additional 6 seconds on the clock. Thank you. You're welcome, referee.
Trevor Malik had taken a bump a little earlier in the game on the one yellow card of the game. I wonder if it's the same ankle.
Yep. And again, he's one of the guys that are coming back from injury, so have to be mindful of those things. So again, 3:10 to go. Comets looking to finish out a district semifinal win to advance to Saturday's district final. Clock running. Good job by Sussman again. So So we talked to the coach, Matthew. We talked about it at the start of this game. Sussman hasn't allowed a goal on his side of the field all year. Here's Blumenthal against Bear. Conheim looks to get it out of him. Good job by Bertino, who just came on. Really tough spot again. Here's Urich, the Rangers goal scorer. No fouls there.
Down with a head injury, which should be an automatic stoppage, but ref trying to be.
Yep.
He's going to stop the clock.
Blumenthal down. He did get tangled up there on a header there with Bear. So out comes the trainer along with one of the Comets assistant coaches. 2:30 to go. 2:30 to go. 2-1 Solon. Let's reset it for you. The Rangers take the lead in the 10th minute on a goal by Antonio Urich. Comets respond in the next minute. Nathan Park's goal equalized it on an assist from Trevor Malik. 48th minute, we had the game's only yellow card against the Rangers, Robbie Anthony. And then just a handful of minutes ago, in the 76th minute on the clock, Malik Girari, his 17th goal of the year, on a long ball from Brennan Schwartz, gets the Comets ahead, and they are 2 minutes and 30 seconds away from their second straight district final. Yeah, Blumenthal sitting up, but I have a feeling, given the nature of this injury, he's going to have to come off. Well, I know he'll have to come off, given that the game was stopped, of course, but he may not see the field the rest of the game.
How'd that end? Are we on the throw-in, a kick? Did
Yeah,
not quite see how that ended.
I believe it's a Rangers throw-in as the Comets dumped it out of bounds. They're down here in this near corner. There you see Samuel Kyler, one of the Comets assistants, talking to Malik Girari, talking through some end-game scenarios. See these poor kids, arms folded, cold down there, 40-degree now. Let's check the weather. 40 degrees out there, wind howling. I'm showing 45, feels like 42 with the wind. Just
sure
a
does.
miserable night.
15 mile per hour, west-southwest.
Yep.
Sure looks from here to be a northeast-north, but I guess trust the technology. Now trust my eyes. All right.
All right. Blumenthal walks off.
Jimmer, as ever, comfortable in goal, practicing his juggling skills. It's interesting, much different than our day when the goalie was much less likely to be skilled with their feet.
Yeah.
In fact,
Absolutely.
one of the assistant coaches used to be a goalie for his high school team. Dare not pass back to him. And now he's part of your team.
Yeah. Well, you've seen me in between in the net, Matthew. You do not want to pass the ball back to me. Or play it forward.
Our primary game plan.
Play it forward.
Get it to Joel.
All right, Ranger throw down here in the corner will be taken by Braden Bear.
Yeah, it's interesting, right? This is their leading goal scorer,
Yep.
but he also must have the best cannon.
Yep.
And to lump it in there, and our biggest guy is now off the field, so this will be interesting.
Got some pushing there inside the 6.
Well, the ref is
Yep,
coming
yep,
to do his.
Yep, he will legislate. That is, who is that down there? That's Rowan Hirsch. Now, you said, Matthew, with Blumenthal out of the game, look, now Hirsch becomes your sort of your biggest player, right? And he's got to be back in there. So, he'll likely spend some time back there. I wonder if they'll just move him to Blumenthal's spot. Probably, huh? Yeah, you can't quite shift Evan Sussman over to center back, given he's 6 inches shorter than Blumenthal? At least
that's right.
And Bear, for that matter.
And Blumenthal is sat down, so he's certainly not making his way back to the pitch anytime soon.
Yeah, they're going to be evaluating him for head injury for sure. All right, Bears throw as we restart. Hopefully, mercifully, anytime. There we go. Clock winds.
Oh, dear.
Oh, wow.
Still in. Never went out. Oh, no, it did go out.
Yep. Boy, that was dangerous. Again, just like their first goal, Matthew. Ball falls to their feet. Of course, there's plenty of bodies there to deflect, but that was dangerous. 2 minutes to go. Schwartz likely will just punch this, and he does. To Girari. Good. Look at that first touch. Well, he played forward. He will.
That is the
Tangerman.
ball.
Yeah,
Can
he's
he
going to
get
be a
there?
little too
Come on.
much. That's fine, though. Oh,
The ref doesn't like something. Offside?
offside.
All right.
Interesting.
Did not see it that way,
No. Soto will restart. 79th minute. Comets looking to hang on. Soto's ball. Punched away by Hirsch. This is Dupnock. Girari in pursuit.
Saw that coming.
Yeah, you can't. I mean, listen, if you're the Rangers, you can't commit that penalty right there.
Yeah.
And now where's he going with the ball? You got to bring the ball back and put it down. Yeah, that's a silly foul because you can't commit that foul there. You've got to keep the ball in play because now you waste 25 seconds, right? Schwartz's big ball. In for Conheim, but that's fine. It'll go over the ball boy, gets it back in.
Get back to the 40.
Yep.
It's not coming too far.
Zappola to Soto. To Dupnock. Sussman. Great job by Sussman, that man. Ball's out again.
Yep.
Ball boy gets it back. Zappola will restart. We're under a minute to go here at Stewart Field. They're going to stop the clock. Not quite sure why. Ball boy seemed to get it back in plenty of time, but that's fine. Now we'll start it. Soto into Jinpleku. And Girari gets a touch on it. Well done. This is Mahrez's throw. Looking for Bear. And Bertino is there to throw to punch it away. Jinpleku with another throw. Second ball's on the field. Second ball's on the field. There we go. Jinpleku's throw. 25 seconds to go. Schwartz heads it away.
Big kick here will end it.
Yep.
Get a boot in there. That's the one.
Hirsch will punch it, yes. Dupnock, one more punch will do it. And there it is by Sussman. The Comets will move on to Saturday's Division II District Final as they win tonight's district semifinal 2-1 over the Eastlake North Rangers. Quite the game by the Comets. They go down early, find a quick equalizer, and hang tough long enough to upend the Rangers and move on to their second straight district final. Matthew, your thoughts on the Comets' performance this evening?
Yeah, we said the togetherness and the teamwork and the skill to pass would ultimately come to be the difference here, and I think it was. There's no question Eastlake North brought tremendous physicality, tremendous individual ability, but Solon ultimately was able to control more of the game and more of the ball and then more of the score. So look to hopefully take that into the next round.
The Comets improved to 11, 5-1. Goals by Nathan Park in the 11th from Trevor Malik, and Malik Girari in the 76th from Brennan Schwartz. And the Comets move on, again, one more time to Saturday's district final against the winner of Twinsburg and Mayfield. That game is at Kenston High School. For my partner, Matthew Embacher, and for our crew, I've got their names somewhere here, Eddie Hudson, Tyler Miller, and Jason Jogan. I'm Joel Hammond. Good luck to the Comets on Saturday.
Good night.
What's that? Saturday's district final. Thanks, everybody.